my name is Fola, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Scorpio Full Moon happening on April 23rd at about 7:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 4 degrees of Taurus and Scorpio. And it's going to be squaring Pluto. There's a lot coming up here. There are some connections to other full moons from last year. Actually, I think it was a new moon. But yeah, we're going to talk about it. Let's do that. All right. So the first thing that I notice is that this is happening at 4 degrees. Okay. And I try to see what's going on because I know that the sky is telling a deeper story than we all are usually able to dig deep and realize it. Okay. So, I tend to look back and see, like, are there any other things happening at this degree point? What's been going on? How have the planets been working with this degree point? And what I did notice is that when the nodes were in Taurus and Scorpio, when they got to 4 degrees, and I believe it was 19 minutes, which this one's happening at 18 minutes, but literally a minute away, the Aries solar eclipse happened last year. So I believe this was March 21st of 2023. There was an Aries solar eclipse before the nodes were in Aries and Libra. And this happened at 0 degrees of Aries, like 0, okay? And at that exact point, that is when the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio were at 4 degrees and 18 or 19 minutes. So it feels to me like this whole theme of your Aries energy, healing that with Chiron, digging deep to find your authenticity, to lead with who you are truly and less with who you are supposed to be seen as, you know? It feels like it started a year ago. Obviously, Chiron's been in the sign of Aries for a while, but this energy has been ramping up, like getting more intense, more intense, and more intense. And a year ago, we had this first eclipse in Aries. Now we've had the final eclipse in Aries. There will be no more Aries eclipses until the next cycle in 18 years. And it is closing out with a Scorpio full moon that is at the same degree point as when that first set of eclipses started. And when we're talking about Taurus and Scorpio, we're talking about very, very deep connections, okay? Scorpio is all about digging underneath the surface to get to the minutia of it all, understanding the self, evolution, transfiguration, transmutation. It is a deep provocation, emotional provocation, okay? Taurus is all about, like the physical world around you, what you're connected to and what you ingrain into your life, where you are steady, where you are loyal, where you are stable. And Scorpio is the opposite energy. It's like all over the place. It is very emotionally swayed. It is your emotional field. It is how you feel comfortable moving emotionally, which is why it tends to be, it goes through a death and rebirth process, okay? Because it's all about moving forward, not being so hunkered in, okay? And this eclipse it's not an eclipse, but it's giving eclipse energy. It's closing out the eclipse. This energy squaring Pluto and Aquarius is like, it's telling you like things are not going to be the same. It's not going to work out. If you keep trying to do the same thing, if you keep trying to move the same way, if you keep reacting emotionally to in the same tune, in the same sense, if you keep going the way that you're going, it's not going to work out. Pluto in Aquarius is breaking down. It's breaking everything down that we cannot take with us. It's allowing us to see from a higher perspective. It's allowing the higher mind to do the work for us. And sometimes that feels it feels disorienting, okay? Because our higher mind is higher than us. We're just living here as human beings in this 3D. And our higher mind is like, yeah, you may not like this, but it'll all work out. Just trust me, babe. And we're like, no, Um, but it's one of those instances where you have Pluto working with it, which is the ruler of Scorpio. You have this intense Scorpio energy. You have it at the degree point of Cancer, the 4 degree point, which is the raw, innate, primal sense of self. It is also the teeniest, tiniest child that lives within us. It's the way that we've always existed. It is where we feel comfortable being rocked by this death and rebirth energy, by this, all right, we have shown you the way. Now it is time to realize the lessons that you've been learning from this energy working in Aries, digging deeper into the self, allowing your emotional processes to evolve, allowing the steps that you take, that's that Taurus energy, the movement that you make, the ground that you lay, to be of a new foundation, to build what you are stepping into. It's going to be emotional. And for some, it's going to be more like a breath of fresh air emotional, like you can let it go. You've done the work. You're feeling like you can finally step on the other side of this emotional roller coaster. It's like instead of being at the top of the roller coaster waiting for yourself to drop, you're like, oh no. It's like you're not even in the free fall part where your belly's like doing flips. You're at like the last, like when the roller coaster catches you again and you get to that upswing. You're like, oh, I made it. I did it. I got through the scary part. And although I'm not the same person as I was before I got on this roller coaster, I feel steady and stable again. So that's the energy it's giving to me. I'm excited. I'm excited to finally close out eclipse season. I like that's the energy that I'm getting. That it's a close. I open at the close. Shout out to my Harry Potter fans. That's the vibe. This Scorpio full moon, we open at the close. There's an avenue that we've laid the bricks for. All right, let's get into some sign work. Now, I'm going to do elements, but I'm also going to pull single card pulls for each sign within the element. Okay, so we're going to start with water signs because I'm sick and tired of Pisces always going last. Okay, so we're going to start with my water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're going to be using the Tarot of the Divine deck. That's not the cover. Look at this. The Yoshitani cover by Yoshitani. And I like this deck. Each card has a story attached to it, a folklore attached to it. Spirits, ancestors, guides, allow me to tap in to my water signs. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What will be the energy of this full moon? Now, Cancers, you're going to be experiencing a 11th house transit. So the sun's going to be in your 5th house. Oh, sorry. Switch that. The sun's going to be in your 11th house and the moon's going to be in your 5th house. Okay. Giving the energy of taking your joy and translating that into your social group. The things that that give you pleasure, the things that light up your childlike wonder and your curiosity, you're bringing to a larger group. Yeah. And then there's also an energy of letting it all be fun. Okay? Letting it all be joyful. Discarding of anything that is not doing that, that is taking away from that. And that might be people too. Yeah. All right, Scorpios, you guys the sun is going to be in your 7th house and the moon is going to be in your 1st house. So this is a partnerships versus the self type of a feeling. It feels like finding a deeper sense of self within your relationships. Yeah. And also, I'm hearing who are you in this relationship? And that could be your friendships, it can be your mentors, it can be anybody, one-on-one relationships. Who are you in this relationship? How do you feel in this relationship? Does it take away? Does it add to you? How do you show up? How are you being received? And Pisces, the sun is in your 3rd house and the moon is in your 9th house. And it feels like to me, this is taking the things that you've learned and translating them into wisdom, allowing the steps that you're taking physically in your immediate environment to be led by your grander train of thought, your grander vision. Maybe you're planning for a trip. Maybe you are putting together how the information that you take in guides your inner thought. How the communication that you engage in shapes the world around you. Spirits, ancestors, guides. I need one card. Actually, let's do a 3 card for all 3 elements, all 3 signs, and then I'll pull a single card for each sign. All right, last one. First card is going to be the overall energy. Second card is going to be the obstacle. Third card is the wisdom and guidance. First card, 6 of Wands. Fuck yeah, success, tribe, family. This is about moving forward with determination and receiving the praise that you deserve. This is about being seen, feeling like your work has paid off. Yeah, and she's not alone. She's only holding 1 spear, but there are 6. There are 6 wands. She is surrounded by people who appreciate her, who acknowledge her, who want to follow her. All right, obstacle, the Hierophant reversed. Okay, so our obstacle is either breaking away from the beaten path. Y'all know what I meant. It's breaking off or being disconnected. So the obstacle here is either you need to fully connect in to receive the information, to embody the information that you receive. Or what's it telling you is that you are so used to going along, so used to doing what you're told, or not even what you're told, but like what's expected. You're used to following, and it's time to break away from that. It is time to do your own thing, to make up your own words, your own reality, to I was I was gonna say, I'm thinking about the Scorpio coming up to set new demands in your relationships to fit the relationships in your life to you instead of the other way around. Sometimes you don't have to be so loyal. Okay. Yeah. For my cancers, it's like, just fucking do it. Do what you want to do. Break away. Have fun. Prioritize your enjoyment, and you will be able to spread that seed around to others. Yeah. Ugh, I fucking love this. Look at this card one more time. She's beauty and she's grace. She is so determined. Mm. Some of you do have to break out. You have to break out of the box in order to truly shine. Guidance. The Empress reverse. Ooh. The Empress reverse is telling me it's time for you to push. The Empress is receiving energy. It's feminine energy. It is creative energy, but creative in the sense that she is taking these things in, and it's kind of like she's doling things out. She creates by receiving and then the word is not regurgitating, but reimagining, maybe reimagining things. And she is beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. And she's peaceful, serene. She's surrounded by beauty. And I think what this is telling me coming out reverse is, one, make sure that you are feeding into your own creative energy, but also it is time to go. It is time to take charge. It is time to gather your masculine energy up. It's time for you to stop being the significant other. It's time for you to stop being the partner, the person who is waiting for the other person to be like, yeah, we're doing this. Yeah, we're eating this. Yeah, yeah. Don't we want to do this? Don't we like this? Yeah, we. And it's like, no, me. It is time for you to be the captain of your own ship. Yeah. All right. How is this showing up? I'm going to use the Soul's Journey Lessons card. How is this showing up for my cancers? Whoa. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. So cancers, we're talking about 5th house, 11th house. I have worry and self-esteem coming up. And what I think that is alluding to is literally, like I said, break out of the norm, about break out of what is being expected of you. You need to worry less and do more. Enjoy yourself, do what comes natural to you, and don't be so receptive to what other people think about it. Your self-esteem comes from how much you value yourself, and how you can tier that value, and instead of putting other people's opinions on the top tier, you put you and your fulfillment on the top tier. Let go of the desire to make sure everybody is happy, because it's never going to happen. Everybody's never going to be happy. And that sounds terrible to say, but I mean, isn't it better that you're happy than you running around trying to make everybody happy when that's just not how it's going to work? It's an impossible task to take on. I'm just saying. Self-esteem says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Worry says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And I am being called to tell you to do now, ask for forgiveness later. All right. Scorpio. What's going on for my Scorpios for this Scorpio full moon? Okay. We have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. We have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth and balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Interesting. Okay, like I said, this is 1st and 7th house. This is you versus your relationships. Show you the cards. You have balance coming out. Guilt and discipline. Okay, do what you need to do for yourself, Scorpio. Do what you need to do for yourself. Try not to get too caught up in promising too much. And don't feel bad for saying no to things just because you don't want to do them. Like, that's a reason to say no. That is just as much of a reason to say no as having an obligation, because you are also obligated to yourself. You are obligated to put yourself in priority. And that has to do with your feelings. I've had to learn that when people ask you to do things, they're asking you, and you get to say no for any reason. For any reason. And you don't have to explain yourself. You can just say no, because I know you heard that. If you did not hear my stomach growling, good on you. If you did, I wonder what I'm going to eat. What was I saying? You can just say no. They're asking you, and you get the choice. You don't have to feel guilty about saying no to things that you know aren't for you. You know aren't what you want to do, how you want to be doing things or spending things. And it's also important to find the equilibrium between yourself and others all the time. And Scorpio energy gets so wrapped up in other people and what they think and how they feel. It's usually how they feel. It's usually like the energetic vibe that's being given off that Scorpios pick up instantly. And it tends to take them off their track. And so it's just, be yourself. You don't have to be mean or nasty to say no to something. You can be kind and gracious and still say no. You can put yourself first in the things that you need to do for yourself and still be a good friend. Like, you can still be a great partner and just say no to something. Like, oh my gosh, like if your partner is asking you for money, I don't know why that is coming up, but if your partner is asking you for money and you have the money, but you know that they're on some bullshit, that they're just asking you because you're their partner and you will probably say yes because you always say yes, but they have other ways of getting the money, like taking out a fucking loan, like being an adult. I don't know why I'm getting so hyped up on this, but if this message is for you, this message is for you. You can say no. And if that changes the dynamic in your relationship, then you know what your relationship was built off of. You being a yes man. You don't have to do that. And it's good. Saying no allows you to have the opportunity to see who is there for you and who's not. Who is there because you're a yes man. Not to say that you are, but You know what I mean? Like it gives you the opportunity to keep game. Okay. All right. And I might have to take a snack break. Pisces rising. My Pisces. The sun is in your third house. The moon is in your ninth house. What's going on for my Pisces for the Scorpio full moon? What? Child. I know you heard that. Ooh. Okay, so we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. We have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, and we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. That is interesting. Grief, change, and doubt. Ooh. So, what I'm hearing is that some of you are going to have to take a leap of faith. And it is going to involve putting something down that has been a staple in your life, something, someone, maybe you're having a falling out with a neighbor or your siblings. This is about your immediate environment changing. This is about stepping forward and being okay with leaving things behind. And maybe that's just a perspective. Maybe that's leaving a perspective behind. Maybe that's leaving a way of, communicating behind. Maybe you're going to find out that something that you said hurt somebody's feelings. Or maybe you're realizing how deeply you digest what other people say and carry it with you in a little lunchbox. Well, you already ate it, so anyway. It's already been digested. So can't go back in the box. But yeah, it's like you're finally seeing what you need to commit to, what you need to change, what you need to alter, and how you can commit to that process. Hmm. Maybe some of you are thinking about moving. Hmm. Yeah, for Pisces energy, it feels like a full card. It feels like the doubt, the grief, and the change have to do with moving on. You're scared, doubtful, you're excited, but you're not sure how it's going to work out. And you're Pisces rising, so you usually just go with the flow, but this may require a little bit more planning, and you have to stick to your guns. You're grieving over this thing that you've been attached to, that you now must move forward from, you must move on from. And you know that even though, because like I said, this is Taurus Scorpio energy, this is where you've been stable, right? This is something that you've been choosing. You now are very aware that you cannot choose it anymore. You cannot choose it anymore and expect anything to change. You have to change what you choose. You have to choose change to allow it to grow and evolve in your life, to allow any new seeds that you want to plant to blossom. You have to actively, I don't know why I'm hearing put your foot in it. I'm hearing put your foot in it. That is a reference to Black cooking and things tasting so good that you put your foot in it. And I don't know why that came up for me. Why? Why did that come up for me? Pisces rules the feet. I don't know. But maybe it's something that's not like desperately leaving something behind, but putting your foot in it and saying like, this is the thing that you're dedicating yourself to. You want to make it good. You want to make it the best that you possibly can. You want to put your foot in it. And so what do you need to do? How do you need to move differently? What have you been closing out? Hmm? Hmm? All right. Thank you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful Scorpio full moon. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. And I want to do my fire signs next. Yeah, we're going to do fire signs next. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, you're having a second eighth house transit. Sun in the second, moon in the eighth. Leo, you're having a sun in the 10th, moon in the 4th. And Sag, you're having sun in the 6th, moon in the 12th. These are very, very different energies, okay? Aries, you are dealing with disconnecting your self-worth from your connection with other people. Disconnecting any financial entanglements that you need to separate from. You need to make sure your partnerships are fully benefiting you. And allowing your newfound sense of value, your newfound sense of this is what I'm worth, allowing that to empower you to create a transformation, honestly, monetarily in your life. You have to ask for your money sometimes. What's going on for my fire signs? Leo, you're working on your career and thinking about home. And now this can have to do with how you show up in your career because of what's going on at home. This can have to do with how you've always been conditioned as a child to respond to authority figures. That's coming up very specifically for me. And how that translates to your interactions in the workplace. This could be being overbooked between work and home. Sag, this is also work environment, but this is like daily, okay? Sixth house is daily habits, health habits, your routines, what you do for work. And the 12th house is how you are when you're alone. It is how you relax, how you find completion. It's about your spiritual core. And so this may show up as sun in the 6th, as you constantly just going to work. Like that's your thing. You're very, very loyal at your job. You are the person that people rely on when they need to get things done at work, you know. And that Scorpio in the 12th house, it feels like you are tapped out. It feels like you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel a lot of things going on when you're by yourself because you're dedicating so much of your time to your physical reality. Yeah, because that's the difference between the 6th and the 12th house as well. 6th house is physical reality. 12th house is mental reality. And your mental reality needs to... Your mental reality is pulling focus from your physical reality. All right, last one. What do my fire signs need to know about the Scorpio full moon? Ooh, Three of Cups. The energy of congregating. I love this. They're having tea, they're dancing. Three of Cups is about emotionally connecting with others. It's about finding camaraderie. It's about being able to share secrets. It's about, maybe having a dwank or two after work. you know? Um, hmm. So there's a coming together. There's a coming together. There is grace and understanding that you are building for others. There's a comfortability that you are stepping into. Yeah. It's almost like you're able to show up for yourself. And because you're showing up for yourself, you're able to be your whole self in the group. Obstacle, Knight of Coins. Consistency, persistence. This cow is giving me Hathor. Hmm. There's others, there's you, and then there is the relationship. That is coming from literally the depths of my brain, but that's what I'm seeing with this. I'm gonna pull the second or the third card first. Oh, look, of course, strength is the guidance. Okay, let's dig deep into this. There's others, there's you, and then there's the relationship. It's the theory that two does not exist, that there is one singular human, there's another singular human, so you can be a one. But once any one becomes a two, it's not just those two people. It is this person, it is this person, and it is the relationship that they've formed. It's a triangle. The triangle. Then there's the relationship that's formed. And this is telling me that you may be being swept up by the relationship that you've formed, right? Um, and sometimes seeing ourselves or seeing even the other person as the relationship instead of them, their own entity, instead of our own entity, we do all that we can to nourish those relationships. We do all that we can to make sure that the relationship thrives. And then sometimes we leave ourselves floundering. And there we get to the obstacle. Hathor, Queen Mother, the moo, the big moo, she's here to support you. She's here to ground you. She's here to give you what you need. But you have to be open and willing to receive that. And sometimes that means you have to not be swayed. This is water energy. This is the Scorpio energy. This is the Taurus energy. This is the stable, the steady energy. This is the growth. And then look at that. You have the strength card. Fire, Leo, the lion, the heart of the matter. And what it's telling me is that you're finding this balance through gentility. And it may not be so rough. It may not be the hardest thing to do. But you're going to have to say no to some things. Okay? You're going to have to be responsible. You're going to have to tame the lion. Yeah. Steady steps. Steady steps forward, knowing that you are supported, that you are guided, and not fighting those steps, not allowing yourself to get swept away. All right, what's going on for my Aries? I'm gonna use the wild unknown animal spirit. What's going on for my Aries for this Scorpio full moon? Gazelle. Ooh. Gazelle is watchful. She watches absolutely everything, and sometimes it gives her anxiety. Actually, it gives her anxiety a lot. And what I want you to say, or what I want to say is, don't live in fear and make decisions out of fear. The moon in the eighth house in the house of Scorpio can be driven by fear. Um, let your let your I don't know the word. What's the opposite of fear? Knowing? Hmm. I think you're gonna have to trust in yourself. Um, Try not to worry that other people are out to get you. Know that you've got you, and you will catch things. And if you don't catch something that is trying to fly under the radar on you, then your spirit team will. All right. You don't have to live in fear or live constantly worried, constantly looking over your shoulder. You don't have to fight for everything. It's interesting. All right. Leos, what's going on for my Leos for the Scorpio full moon? Got 2. Oh, 3. Jeez. Okay, we got Panther coming out, which is about annihilation. This is about getting rid of some shit. Oyster, holding on to your gifts and talents, clamming up a little bit, not necessarily showing everything that you've got. And then Cosmic Egg. And Cosmic Egg is about a completion. It's about coming full circle. It's about allowing yourself to open up and be infinite. There's no end. And so, yeah, this is easy for me. I mean, it's an easy fucking message. It's like that part of you that has been shy, that has been withdrawn, that has been keeping to yourself, that has not spoken up or has taken the polite route. It's over for you. That it's over. It's over. The part that has been denying themselves, it's being washed away. And you're going to be able to fully come out and shine. All right. And Saggies. What's going on for my Sagittariuses? Ooh, spider. Ooh, I love that. Come on, creativity. Co-creation with spirit. Ooh, maybe that's that push and pull between the 6th and 12th house. It's not just your everyday, like what you're doing for work, but like co-creating. 6th house of work, 12th house of imagination. Channeling and using that. And maybe it's allowing yourself to play every day, making that a habit, making that a part of your routine. I'm also hearing that when you're close and like close up on a spider's web, it looks very different than it does when you can see the full picture. So what I'm hearing is keep going, keep weaving, and you probably don't even see the masterpiece that's being made, but you will. You'll see it soon. Fire signs. This is fucking beautiful. Okay, it is so gorgeous. Mm. And these are the personal houses. I don't know if you knew that, but second house, eighth house, 12th house, sixth house, those are very personal houses. Obviously, 10th house is your career, but like fourth house is very, very personal as well. These are your houses of emotion. These are the houses of your stability, you know, they're the houses of your inner inner recesses. And so to have these cards coming out, I guess the last message I would say is that make sure that you know what kind of beauty you want in your life, because you can have this beauty. You can have the friends and a lot going on, or you can have the beauty that the Knight of Pentacles brings, which is longevity, personal fulfillment, peace while he co creates. And it takes strength to know exactly what is best for you in the moment, to follow your heart, to listen to the messages that your body is giving you, to listen to your intuition and not just go along, you know? Anyway, next up, air signs. Air signs. We have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Why did I forget that for a second? Gemini, you're going to have a 12th house transit. The sun is in the 12th house. The moon is in the 6th house. Kind of the reverse of what was happening for my Saggies. And it feels like you are incorporating your imagination into your everyday. It feels like you are incorporating your subconscious mind and not just moving, working, doing the thing physically on earth, but listening to yourself, allowing your higher self, honestly, allowing your higher self to guide your days, to tell you what job you should be at, what's actually good for your health. You know, like it feels like you are kind of getting an intuitive hit to as to what you need to brighten your days. Yeah, Gemini. Libra, second house, eighth house. Eighth house is where the sun is. Second house is where the moon is. Yes. Yes. It's where the moon is. This feels a little tricky. Libra. So on one side of the spectrum, you are desperately trying to put make moves. Like this, you could be in the middle of drafting contracts. You could be in the middle of signing a new deal, a loan, a lease, something. You could be in the middle of finding your personal power, because this is the house of death and transformation. It's the house of power and dominance. You could be in the middle of figuring out how you relate to other people, how, especially people who you have contracts with, who you have soul contracts with. Um, And also, like, in the middle of doing the deep dive into your subconscious, into your psyche, and then the moon is over there in your second house and applying that to your personal value system, applying that to how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your talents, your assets. South Node is still in Libra. I'm gonna say that. South Node is still in Libra. And so you're still doing the work of relinquishing how you see yourself, strengthening that, knowing that even though you may be working with people, you may have to put up with people, you may have to, and you may want to, but understanding just how everything that you do wraps back around and kind of guides your inner mind, your inner mindset, your inner barometer. Yeah. It's time to power up. Yeah. It's time to supercharge yourself and put a wall up. Honestly, I that's what I feel is I feel like there needs to be a solid wall between what other people think and what other people want and what you think about yourself and what you want for yourself. It feels like there needs to be a clear distinction. And that is what we are solidifying. That clear distinction of, yeah, well, so and so may be tripping, but does it have anything to do with me and how I feel about me? No. That sounds like a personal problem. All right? That's where we're working towards. Am I Aquarius? I don't know why I keep forgetting Aquarius. The word Aquarius. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. My Aquarius is you are having the sun move through your fourth house and the moon move through your 10th house. And so, my Aquarius risings, what's going on for you is that you have a way that you have been taught to be. Your conditioning is showing up here. And it's strong. Okay. This is fourth house energy, Cancer energy, being conditioned by Taurus energy. So it's like Cancer's like, this is what I like. This is who I am. This is how I've always been. And Taurus is like, yeah. And this is what we do. Okay. So it's like hunkering in. And then you have this Scorpio energy in the 10th house that is like, yeah, but I feel like this may not be working for the outside world and how I'm engaging with the outside world. I want to be seen in this way. I want to be seen in this way, but how do I actually maneuver differently in order to not only be seen differently, but to see myself differently? Honestly. Yeah. There may be high emotions happening in your workplace. Um, but I think that means the emotions are high so that you can see who you are. You can see your patterns. You can see how you interact with authority figures, where you learned that from. You can see what you have clung on to and how it may not need to continue into your, or how it may need to be altered or discarded even in order for you to embrace what you need to embrace in your career. sounds a little ominous, but there's some deep inner workings that are being checked and challenged. And like I said, it feels like this is a closeout. Okay. So you've been working through this energy. You've been realizing certain patterns. You've been acknowledging certain learned behaviors, certain relationships between your parent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this can also be like how you and your parent have interacted, what you learn from them, what you've taken on from them, and how it produces fear in your career, how it produces paranoia, how it produces um, scared behavior. How about that? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Cards. I can talk and talk and talk and talk forever. Cards. All right. Spirits, ancestor sides. I'm pulling from my air signs for the Scorpio full moon. What's going on for my air signs for the Scorpio full moon? What? Cards jumping out already? What's going on for my air signs? I'm going to do a 3-card pull. First card is going to be the overall situation that you're dealing with. Second card is going to be the obstacle. Third card is going to be the wisdom from because that would be very annoying. What do my air signs need to know? No regrets. That's another thing that I'm hearing for you guys. No regrets. Don't overthink things. Don't get stuck in your head. It's not worth it. Okay? It is not worth getting stuck in your head. What houses are these again? 612. Yeah, don't get stuck in your head, babe. 612, second, 8, and 10-4. Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe that's for my Geminis and my Libras. Try not to get stuck in your head. Scorpio full moon. 2 more. And last one. Overall energy. 6 of Swords. Hell yeah. See, look. We're not getting stuck in our head. We're moving on to a new place emotionally. The waters have calmed. It feels like, yeah, we're leaving. We're leaving this place. It's interesting to see the waters being like turbulent behind them and then not so turbulent in front of them. They're headed for a brand new horizon. They're safe. And they've got the 6 swords in their boxes or in their boat box. Mm. Obstacle, Knight of Swords reverse. Ooh. This is moving too quickly. This is speaking out of the side of your neck, honestly. This Knight of Swords reverse is talking before you actually know what you're talking about. And it is rushing into battle. So, yeah, with it being reversed, it's like maybe you don't have to say everything. Maybe you don't have to verbalize the things that are going through your head. allow them to sit, allow them to, instead of like, once again, we don't want to be on a loop thinking about the same things over and over again. But sometimes when you allow information to relax, like you take something in and then you go away and you like do something else, and it comes back to you, the realization that you needed to get to, the thing that you needed to understand, the thing that you may not have even seen finally appears to you when you let something breathe. Because your brain is still like, it's doing its thing, like it's still doing the thing of processing information, data, data, data. Okay, okay, okay. You don't have to force yourself to think about it, because a lot of the times, um, when you do that, when you constantly let something percolate over and over again in your brain, that's when the information starts to get a little mutated, it starts to rile you up. It doesn't give you a break. And then you end up talking and talking and talking, or even making decisions that are based off of something that you may have twisted in your head or you may not fully understand yet. Nine of Cups reversed as the guidance. Ooh, let's sit with that. Overindulgence. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you need to know when it's okay to walk away. Or not when it's okay, but when it's necessary. Because you can spoil something by either moving too quickly towards it, trying to force it to happen, or by being like constantly on top of it. There's something that needs to be let go of. I'll show you this card upside right, or right upside. There's a wish that's happening. When this card is upright, she is getting her wish fulfilled. She is blissful. Oh, look, there's another person in this. Oh, they're both happy. I love that. When it's reversed, it's telling you like either you're overindulging in the wish, in the thing that you've been getting, or you're pushing the fulfillment away. You're pushing the wish away. The universe wants to answer this for you. It wants to give this to you, and you're pushing it away. And I think it has everything to do with you being chill. Has everything to do with you not allowing yourself to get riled up, not allowing yourself to overreact. Putting your peace of mind first. And peace of mind is a beautiful gift, one that not everybody gets. So don't take it for granted. Okay? All right. Sign by sign. Let's go for my Geminis. What do my Geminis need to hear? Ooh, Lion coming out reversed. The lion knows when to move and when not to move. The lion understands who his friends are, who his acquaintances are, and who his enemies are. Just because you're not an enemy does not make you a friend, and he knows that. He keeps everyone at the distance that they need to be at. He doesn't over talk. In fact, when he does decide to speak, he people can be very shocked, alarmed, but also like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he doesn't overdo it. His voice is powerful. He makes sure that, yeah, his peace of mind is important to him, and he knows what's important at the end of the day. Hmm. I will eat after this. I have one more set of elements and then I will eat after this. I was going to show you this lion card again. What am I hearing? I heard don't let pride be your downfall, which is kind of crazy to me, Gemini. Don't let pride be your downfall for whoever that is meant for. Hold yourself with couth. Know what is for you and what is not for you. Share your ideas with you, okay? Like write them down in a journal or something. You don't have to spill your guts to too many people. And don't feel bad for taking time for yourself. Okay. Libra, what do my Libras need to know about the Scorpio full moon? Peacock. Oh, ow. This peacock's a little sexy. It's a bird, but still, it actually, she's a little scary, actually. She's a little intimidating. She's a little intimidating. But at the end of the day, she is a peacock. So, what does this have to do with 8th house, 2nd house? I mean, finding your absolute value. Peacock, she's like strutting around, can't tell me nothing. Or he, whoever this peacock is. And it's through a peacock's brilliant feathers, brilliant individuality as a bird that we're enamored by the peacock. It's this like, hold on, there we go. Peacocks have this kind of fuck off energy, and she's got it. Look at her eye. She's like, yes, I'm beautiful, but you can fuck off. Thank you very much. And I'm getting like, it's okay to tell people like, get away from me with this Apollo. Like, I don't need your opinion. I need my opinion. I am not going to go for the okey doke. I am not going to continue partnerships that tear me down. I am not going to continue taking the short end of the fucking stick. I am not. I am not. This is who I am. And you can kindly fuck off. Thank you. Love you. But I'm in my peacock era. I'm not in my blending in era. I'm not in my I need you era. Look at my feathers. Libra, there's still another eclipse happening for you in Libra in later down in the year. But this is a defining moment. That eclipse is happening 6 months from now, or 6 months from 2 weeks ago. This moment, it's like finding power. It's not just realizing and recognizing how your power's been seeping away. It is like, no. This is my power. And this is where I'm going to implement this change. And you're going to see it grow and you're going to see it blossom. Don't be afraid to tell people to fuck off. It's okay. As long as you say it in a nice way, people will be all right. Aquarius. Scorpio full moon for my Aquariuses. Jesus. Okay. We have dragonfly, fox reversed, and wolf. Dragonfly, transcending illusion. Fox, partnering, being a teacher, having a mentor. Oh, and wolf, being a part of the pack. That's interesting. Ooh. Child, this is something. And this is in your 4th house, 10th house atmosphere. Okay. So my Aquarius is, I feel like this is telling me that you are going to have to do some work to become a better partner. Maybe that's for some of y'all, maybe it's not for all of y'all, but this is like doing inner child work to realize like where you've learned your tendencies from and how it translates out into the world. And it may start with like your family or a partner, um, a close group of friends. And it's going to allow you, the sun is going to allow you to see how it doesn't just stay in that, like, I'm comfortable here area of your life. It translates into your, like 10th house is how you are seen by the world. Um, and I mean, maybe this for some of you is you stepping away from partnerships and going towards more group activity, going towards like spending times with your girls or your homeboys or your anybody in between, you know, like your besties. Maybe this is having to do with you not needing a mentor anymore, stepping out and leading the pack. There's a couple of different things going on here, Aquarius. There's a couple different things. Can I get a deeper message? Can I get a clarification? Can I get a clarification from my Aquarius risings? You are more leveling up. Yeah, yeah. Can you see who you are more? There we go. Boom. Yeah. This is about not accepting what you've always been given. Turning your smaller inner life, your inner 4th house life into the 10th house life, being more grandiose, being all of the versions of yourself, every facet of yourself. This card, he keeps staring at me. Do you need a pack? May you want a pack? Maybe. Who knows? Can you lead a pack? Absolutely. Like literally, yeah. I think the illusion is that you need other people, but it's not that you don't need them. It's that you don't need to be led by them. You need to take your rightful place. Step up. Oh, good luck, Aquariuses. Good luck, air signs. Appreciate you. All right, last and certainly not least, it's Earth. My Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So my Tauruses, you are experiencing the sun in your 1st house, the moon in your 7th house, dealing with relationships, dealing with how you see yourself, dealing with how you come across and how you show up in the world. The moon is going to be thinking about your partnerships, your business partnerships, your mentors, how you and your parents get along, how you and a best friend gets along. And I'm hearing this is about affirming your energy. This is about not letting anybody take you off your path or even distract you from what you're doing. It's like, no, I can't be doing this. I know I want to be loyal to people. I know I care about the people in my life. I know I am the consistent person, the consistently happy friend and kind and caring and loving and all of that stuff. And I can be all of that stuff without dealing with anybody else's bullshit. Yeah. That's what's coming up for me. For my Tauruses, we'll get some more in-depth cards coming out when I pull. For my Virgos, this is 9th house, 3rd house. Sun is in your 9th house. The moon is in your 3rd house. So for you guys, you may be away from a situation that is grabbing your attention. You may be trying to help something or someone that's not in your immediate vicinity. You may be dealing with issues as you are going through school. You may be thinking about what you learned previously in order to write a paper or write a novel or, just put your writings out there on Substack like I am. Follow me on Substack. This is all about communicating. And with Scorpio being in your 3rd house, your communication can be a little volatile. It can be a little, cutting sometimes if you're feeling that way. It can also be very highly empathetic and intuitive. What I'm hearing is that you don't have to speak. You don't have to say shit. It's better that you know than that you say. I don't know where that phrase is coming from the dome. But I think this is dealing with a tendency to comment. The difference between the 3rd house and the 9th house is learning information versus knowing the information. Learning the information, picking up the information, duplicating the information versus explaining it, versus knowing it in and out. So maybe for some of you, you are going to be teaching people things that you know. Allowing yourself to step into the role of doling the information out. Maybe you're thinking about how to best pass information on. All right, and Capricorn. Sun is in your 5th house of fun and play and creativity and children. And the moon is in the 11th house of social groups. Capricorn, are you going to be like, I just see you bringing your bright light to others. I see you taking care of other people in a way of like providing them entertainment, providing them with art, or going to see something, or coordinating a group trip to a museum or something. I don't know. Scorpio in the 11th house. That can be kind of intense as well. Scorpio energy is just intense, but like in the 11th house, it feels like you are very attuned to groups. When you get in a group, you know exactly what's going on. You can feel it. You can sense it. You may also feel very powerful when you're in the middle of a group. And I have this feeling that this Scorpio Full Moon is asking you to show your childish side, to unabashedly be playful with others and allowing that to spread like wildfire. spirits, ancestors, guides for my earth signs for the Scorpio full moon. What message needs to come through? Last one. All right, overall, 2 of coins, balance. Oh, balance between the earth, the sky. Wow. She's got 2 kids. And okay, so one has a baby's torso and a bear's legs and butt. And obviously the other one is opposite. It's a bear's torso and a child's leg and butt. And this is interesting to me. To me, what that tells me is that you need to find creative solutions. You need to find a way to mix and match what is going on in your life so that it works out for you. We are working on fully being balanced and loving each part of what we're doing. And yeah, the emphasis on the loving. I feel like she's very melancholy. Like she's doing the things, but she's not happy about it. She's just like exhausted, over tapped out basically. Obstacle. 3 of Wands. Oh, you're ready. We're climbing the fucking ladder. Okay, so there might be a lot of things going on as you take on something new, as you sprint towards what lights you up, what has been calling to you for some time. And ooh wee, look at the guidance. 6 of Wands. Success, tribe, happiness, adventure, wistfulness, possibility. Ooh, okay. Listen, some of y'all, my earth sign, some of y'all are going to have to let something go. You're splitting your energy and it's not really producing the results that you want. It's actually producing like more of a stagnancy. You trying to do multiple things, it's holding you back a little bit. You're going to have to charge forward towards the thing that like brings you joy. And that is okay. It's okay to say, I was saying this earlier, it's okay to say no to things just because you don't want them. It is. I'm sorry, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but it is. It is okay. And actually it's not just okay, like it's the thing sometimes. It's the thing that actually gets you what you want. It's like saying no to the other thing that you don't want. It opens up the avenue and the universe is like, okay, what about this one? You know what I mean? Whereas if the universe is like, you want? And you're like, not really, but I guess I'll take it. And they're like, yeah, you like it. And you're like, that's her face. Don't say yes. Like, listen, sometimes the universe isn't even trying to trip you up. It's just like, hey, do you want this? Yes, no, no. Oh, okay. Well, what about this? We always have things to offer. You say yes when you're ready, boo. You don't have to say yes to the shit that you don't want. Don't try to be polite on my account. I'm asking you what you want. You don't have to say okay for what? If it's not the truth. If it's making you tired or drained or miserable. And listen, this can also be a message to understand that when you are in this space of going for what you want, of charging forward, it can feel overwhelming. So if that's the energy of the reading for you, if that's where you're at for this Scorpio full moon, is like, I'm getting these fucking things done. I'm going towards it. I'm climbing, and it's really tiring. Oh no. Stick it out. Because why? Success. Stick it out. But if you are straddling between multiple things and one of those things is a thing that you know you don't really want, bolt. Because why? Because you're looking for this. Look at this lady's face. Look at her face. Joy, adventure, wonder, appreciation, and she is not alone. Three of Wands, Six of Wands. It is going to take bravery. Because the Three of Wands is also a brave energy. It is the energy of, well, fuck it, I'll do it. I have to. I'm feeling inspired. I gotta go. Maybe I'm not even supposed to be out here. Maybe it's the middle of the night and I'm out here sneaking out here and I just can't help myself. I have to. There's a courage in this Three of Wands, and the courage is going to bring you to the fulfillment. So be brave. Be brave, Earth signs. All right, Taurus. Taurus for my Scorpio full moon. Ooh, bat, transmutation. Ooh, seeing in the dark. Using your intuition, your radar, your sonar to see the things that you can't actually see. Your relationships are not going to be the same, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. This tells me that whatever your relationships are going through, it's because you have been previously unable to see something. And right now, with this Scorpio full moon, with the heightened intuition, you are seeing it for what it clearly and truly is. And so things can't go back. And that's okay. They can't go back to the way things were. And I don't think that you would want them to. I don't think you would want them to go back to the way things were. All right. Virgo. Virgo. Virgo's from my Scorpio full moon. Oh no. Okay, we have 1 second. We have Bear coming out and Scorpion coming out. So, what this is telling me is that you've been hibernating. You have been gathering your shit. You've been, biding your time. But there might be somebody coming out and trying to take your energy, trying to take your shine. Huh. Wow. Hold on. Let me sit with this. Scorpio, Bear. And this is in my 3rd house, 9th house. Okay. I definitely think that there is a need to protect your territory. There is a need to protect yourself from either other people's opinions. Maybe your siblings think this way about you and they're talking shit. Your neighbors, anything that's in your immediate environment, it's like you need to protect yourself from that, because what you're doing is you're really trying to build your own wisdom. And part of building your own wisdom is being able to take other people's advice or opinion or whatever it is that they want to say to you with a grain of salt. And I feel like usually you're very reactive. And it's like you're starting slowly but surely, you're starting a new way. You're starting to relate to other people differently. You're starting to relate to even words differently. Can I get a clarifier? Can I get a clarifier for my Virgos? Can I get a clarifier for my Virgos? Of course. As for a clarifier, I get like 3 cards. You are about to shine. A little bit. Look at that. Unknown gift. And you are what you think. Scorpio, clean up that area. clean up on aisle 6. Get them out of here. Get their opinions out of here. Yeah, because like you know more than I feel like you know more than what you are being given credit for. I feel like you understand more than what you are able to even show for yourself or say out loud. It feels like you seriously have to create a divide and an avenue for you to speak, for you to teach, for you to preach. Like the ninth house is writing a book. It is being a professor. It is being a philosopher. Oh my gosh. my cat's my cat's food. Hold on. They're gonna come pawing at the door. And in order for you to fully transcend from teacher or from student to teacher, you are going to have to put your blinders on. You're gonna have to let your heart sing, trust yourself, and think happy thoughts. Okay? Don't get so caught up in thinking that everybody else knows more than you, that somebody has something over you or a hierarchy. You know. You know yourself, you know what you think, you know what you've learned. You're a Virgo. Okay? Um and now you got to trust it. You just got to trust it. All right, last but certainly not least, Capricorns. Capricorns. Well, okay. 4 cards. Five cards. Okay. Nightingale. Speaking your truth. Eagle. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Camel. Being able to sustain your emotional intelligence and your ability to keep your drive going. You know, the camel is in the desert. You know, it basically holds on to all this water and drinks it slowly, you know, as it keeps its energy up, you know. And so when you have this, it's like being able to sustain yourself, being able to sustain your inner fire. Turtle is about making sure that you are spiritually cleansed, isn't the word, but like you can do cleansings, you can do um meditations for it. It's like spiritually aligning yourself. And then horse is freedom. And I think I already said this, Capricorn. You are you are leading a pack. You are having fun. You are shining bright within a group. You are being a child again. And Capricorn, you may be used to being like, the stickler, or even just somebody who's so responsible, like you are responsible. But guess what? That's not all you are. And we need to be able to see you let loose and have fun. Yeah. And your groups do. Whoever you are going to, they need to be able to see that you're a whole human being. And sometimes that is the best way to actually be a mentor, is to not just be this like, well, I'm this and this is how I want people to see me, and this is perfect. No, you don't have to be perfect. Most people aren't perfect. Most people don't even trust people who try to pretend like they're perfect. You know what I mean? And most people they just want to be able to connect. And you are finding out how to connect through this sense of joy. You're connecting with people through just being yourself and being the life of the party, honestly. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're not getting too bogged down. You're able to see the big picture. All right? You're able to translate your playtime into actual into an idea and a vision that you can bring to a larger group. Idea and a vision. Yes. You're able to not only do this, but you're able to sustain this energy of joy. And maybe that means not giving it away, not giving it all away at once, but making it an integral part to your day. And you're relaxed. You're relaxed. Your cup is full. And because all of these things are coming together, there's a new, renewed sense of freedom that you are taking away from this full moon. Capricorns, you guys might have gotten the best reading. Yeah, I mean, these cards are, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. And don't forget to have fun, a lot of fun. And tell me how it goes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for being here. If you made it to the end of this reading and you're not a Capricorn rising, you're a rock star. And if you are a Capricorn rising, you're still a rock star. Okay, as your reading just said. I hope you have a wonderful Scorpio full moon. Let me know how it goes down in the comments. I would love to hear your stories, and I would love to answer any questions that you have. If you would like to get a personal reading from me, contact me at cosmicbelongingllc@gmail.com. My website's going to be up very shortly. I just got my tax number. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I'm going to be doing some big things, making some big moves. But until then, you can email me at cosmicbelongingllc@gmail.com. Feel free to message me. Feel free to hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, whatever your mode of communication is. Anyway, subscribe to my subscribe to my Substack. And subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, subscribe, double tap the bell so you always get notifications for whenever I post. And I will see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, you belong. Bye. Bye now.